Does your child default to anger, defensiveness, and denial when they are corrected for making a mistake or redirected? This is very similar to the video that this comment was posted on. You can click on it to go back to that. It's really common for neurodivergent kids to have big feelings, big emotional reactions to rejection, correction, or perceived rejection or correction. The brain actually processes these feelings in the same way it does physical pain, and it can even send your child's body into fight or flight. That's what's happening here. So the ones that we discussed in the last video where the child is down on themselves, really negative, saying, I'm the worst kid ever, that's a fight response, but towards oneself. That can also be a flight response with like the racing thoughts, depending on who you ask. It's a nervous system response. This comment, the anger and the defensiveness, is a fight response. And these are a little more tricky because if they're angry at you, it's hard to comfort them because they're angry at you. But the response is the same. You're going to hold space for their feelings in the moment, depending on how activated they are and how intense the emotional reaction and their behaviors are. This can look like validating their feelings, prompting them to do a coping skill if they're in the place for that, or just sitting in the same room as them. Or if they're a kid that needs alone time, giving them alone time. If they're yelling and screaming at you, my reaction would be to say, I can tell you're really upset right now, and we will talk about this in a little bit. We're just going to take a little time to calm down, and then say, do you want to go do this in your room? If you have a calm down corner, do you want to go to the calm down corner? What do you want to do? I wouldn't focus so much on getting past the anger as I would on allowing the anger to be there. Help them find a way to express that anger. If they want to yell, let's find a place that's appropriate to yell. In a pillow, outside. If they want to stomp, let's stomp pillows on the floor. There's also this belief out there that if we allow kids to express their anger physically, that actually makes them more violent, and that's not entirely accurate. The important piece is that you come back after and talk about the anger and talk about the thoughts and feelings that come up when they are corrected and have such a big emotional reaction. When you work on healthy ways to express anger versus violent or unhealthy ways. This is helpful. We have 2 things in our store that will also be really helpful to you. Our nervous system cheat sheet and our responsive parenting your neurodivergent child video series. Check them both out in our store.